Today. All right, let's bring in our regular Friday guest. He is at NewsChannel 9's Mario Sacco. What's up, bud? How we doing?
Can I get that list too? I'm starving.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I got it right in front of me. It's a great list this year. It's 3 pages long. Mario, you can really knock it out of the park with this thing.
And is the rain going to hold off finally? I don't know. I guess I could go ask our weather guy. If that's,
yeah, go bother Teskey. I've been watching the hourly all week. It's actually I see patches of blue sky now, and it looks like the crazy stuff is done. And I think famous last words we're going to be okay.
Wow, that's a positive sign because we got a bunch of state playoff games tomorrow. So hopefully the weather is not awful.
Yes, tomorrow actually does look much better than today or yesterday for sure. So what do we got in that regard, Mario? We just did most of the sectionals right last week, the week before. Who's left in states? Who are we looking at right now?
So we've had states already kind of start a little bit for lacrosse, but it ramps up with the quarterfinals tomorrow for boys and girls action. West Genesee kind of had to play a playing game, a sub-regional game against Plattsburgh, and they only beat them 29-2. So West Genesee is very good. They have Niskayuna tomorrow in the Class A. So basically it's Section 3 against Section 2 tomorrow in some of the matchups. So West Genesee boys, CBA boys also won the title. They have Boston Fall. Those games are in Amsterdam. And on the lower classifications, in one of the wildest comebacks that I've seen, Marcellus was down 8-3 at halftime to Skinny Atlas on Wednesday and came back and won in double overtime. So the Mustangs are in the quarterfinals. They'll take on Penn Yan in a Section 4 versus 5 matchup. And the JD boys, who rolled to a title over Homer, they have HFL tomorrow at noon at Cicero. Both those games, the C and D games, are at Cicero. So we've still got a couple of baseball teams alive. Those games will be played at OCC tomorrow. CNS boys are in action against Saratoga Springs at 6. And West Jenny plays out in Troy against Boston Spall at 7 p.m. And the Solvay baseball team is alive as well. They play at noon. So, and on the girls' side, CNS girls are really, really good in lacrosse. And they got Niskayuna tomorrow as well. And Jamesville DeWitt is the other local team. They play at CBA against HFL tomorrow.
Out of that group, I got it all. It's locked away, Mario. I got that down stone cold. Out of that group, who are we looking as the best local bets to take home a state title this year?
I'll give you 2 on the boys' side and on the girls' side, CNS. They won the title last year, and they're phenomenal. The way that they move the ball, and the Neshi girl is one of the best players in the state. So I predict CNS girls to make the championship game once again. And on the boys' side, West Jenny. Listen, they're undefeated, and they have, if not the best player in the state, one of the top 3 players in the state, and the Lockwood kid and Charlie Lockwood's son. Also Charlie, over 100 points this year. He's phenomenal, and, they're very, very good. And I look for the JD boys who have lost in back-to-back years in the state championship. I look for them to get back there and try and finish it off and bring another title back to JD and another title for Coach Archer.
Hey, look at West Jenny. They haven't won in a minute, right? Like, when's their last title? Are we going back? It's like 09 or something, right? I mean, it's been a while.
2015, I do believe.
Did they win one in there? Okay.
It would be the last one that they have won. Don't mark me down for that. I thought we ran it yesterday and said that. It has been a while. It's not like they haven't been there. They've been there a couple of times. But, Beeville went through their streak of winning state titles. And now, this is a West Jenny team that's, they're very good at every position. Good in goal, good with the Lockwood kid. He had 5 goals, 6 assists the other night. So, top to bottom, they're good. And JD's just the same. JD can, score in bunches on you. In fact, the closest game kind of West Jenny had all year, they beat JD in overtime. That just tells you how good those 2 programs are this season.
All right. Well, hopefully they can both get it done here over the course of the next couple weeks or so. We got Mario with us here on a Friday. We're hanging out downtown at the Summit Federal Credit Union Taste of Syracuse. I'm sure you saw the news a few hours ago, Mario, that the women's lacrosse team has the new head coach in Regy Thorpe. You were back in town, right, when Regy was still here? I think you were around when Regy was here, right?
Yes. I was.
Yeah, like great dude, right? And hopefully it works out.
Yeah, exactly. And they, what have you seen over the hires for kind of SU minus the Fran Brown hire? Syracuse keeping it in the family, and Regy Thorpe is an SU alum. He coached here for 10 years, as you mentioned, I'm sure, numerous times under Gary Gates, and brings that winning pedigree. He stepped outside the box. He went to Florida these last couple of years, and what has Florida done is they'll make the national semifinals the last 2 years. So the winning tradition continues, and the recruiting prowess that you'd like to see of a guy that's from here. Keep that local talent here and keep it in Syracuse and not have them go elsewhere. I think that's one of the other aspects that he hopefully brings in. Can continue that Syracuse tradition of excellence. Because let's be honest, they expect to be playing in Final Fours just like the men's team. Even though they haven't won a national championship yet, this program has been very good over the last decade and a half. So let's see if we can continue that.
Mario, we have breaking news here. A guy from the Topps tent just brought me a big vat of food. I don't know what's in it yet, but yeah. So you're official. It's got a lid, so I can't see it.
You can't even waft it. You can't even waft the smell.
I can't. Like, if you give me a second, we can. We got like a couple of sausage and peppers. We got a couple of burgers here. Oh yeah. So I know you said you're hungry, Mario. I will save you some if you hustle your way downtown.
What do you put on? Do you put a little mustard on your sausage and peppers? Are you that kind of guy? What do you go with?
A little mustard. No, I leave it as is. Like, if I'm cooking the sausage and peppers at home, I'd say what I'm mainly doing is I'm very focused on the seasoning of the pepper onion situation. And make sure you cook that up nice, and then I don't think you really need anything else.
Okay. I throw a little mustard on it, a little spicy mustard on it.
Yeah, I mean, that's not going to hurt you. A little spicy mustard's not going to hurt you in that. I'd say if you were doing like without peppers and onions, the mustard would be like an obvious play. So combining the two. Hey, speaking of, like, our guy from Topps here is bringing us over like packages of mustard right now. So we're like, we got it.
He understands.
That and we have big speakers so he can hear me talking, but but we just got some ketchup and some mustard here. So now we can properly support our sponsors with food, and we can eat on camera during the break, which is our specialty.
The big setup. I did forget to mention. I'm not leaving it out. The Bishop Grimes, obviously the great story of their baseball team winning a section title. Hopefully they can make a run toward a state title. They play tomorrow down in Binghamton. So a great athletic year for Bishop Grimes. Top to bottom, as they look to close it out before the doors are closed with one more title.
Yeah, last thing they got going athletically, right? So we'll see if they can't keep it moving here this weekend. NBA, NHL. Have either grabbed you both great game ones? So, like the NBA out of nowhere. Anything pop from those two to you?
This could be the year Canada finally gets off the schneid and wins that title in the NHL. And, if you're Connor McDavid and you're the NHL, like, your best player has to win the Stanley Cup eventually, right? That's what I make out of that series. Like, both teams are very good. I just give the edge to Edmonton for the fact that they have the best player in the game right now, in Connor McDavid. The NBA, that game was wild. Like, I looked up and all of a sudden it's a 2-point game. And, I thought OKC had it in the bag. In fact, at work here, I think we shut it off and then turned it back on. So, I think OKC's still the better team, but you can see what the Pacers can do in a matter of 2.5 minutes to 3 minutes. They've done it time and time again in this playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, like, it was one where I had the game on last night, and it just felt over the whole time. It felt over for 45 minutes. So you're half paying attention, and it's like, wait,
halfway through the third quarter, it was like 15, 16. You're like, I don't need to, like, I'll have it on, but I don't need to really watch. And then I looked up and I was like, holy cow, 98-92. Like, what the heck just happened?
Exactly. And, I'm watching the hockey game on Thursday, and it's so interesting getting inside the mind of the great players, right? Because you mentioned they got McDavid as the best player in the game, and the TNT broadcast, they have Wayne Gretzky there. So who better to break down the best player in the game than the best player of all time? And, like, Wayne's going through, like, all right, he needs to get behind the net more and do this and do that, and that's where the open area of the net's going to be. McDavid did, like, the exact thing Gretzky said to tie up the game. Like, it's like they're telepathing each other or something.
And even the game-winning goal in overtime, just, textbook passing, and, Dreisaitl's going to sit right there, and look for that one-timer from McDavid, and he found him and buried it. So, that series, I think, is going 7. But if you follow my betting advice lately, I wouldn't bet on that.
That's why we've given the six-pack a rest until football season. It's got to find itself and come back to us in late August, early September to get back on track with that. But yeah, I mean that series was 7 last year, right? Like why not go 7 again this year?
Yeah, it's just the skill on both teams. I mean, back and forth was that's what people might not jump out on you. Oh, well, Florida and Edmonton, like who cares? Like they're the best 2 teams. They've been the best 2 teams over the last 3 years in the NHL, and it's going to be a great series to watch. And what more could you want? Now, same thing in the NBA. Like those were the best 2 NBA teams pretty much halfway through the year. Oklahoma City's won 80+ games this season. So yeah.
Yeah, Oklahoma City's stats on the year, like all of their advanced stats and whatever, they're up there with like the 96 Bulls and like all of the great teams of all time, and you just don't think about it as much because it's just, it's Oklahoma City. They're not really tip of the tongue, but we'll see where that goes, and you can catch Game 2 of that series Sunday night on News Channel 9. I can't keep track of the days, Mario.
Thanks for giving us the plug there.
There you go. These games are all over the, like Game 1 on a Thursday, Game 2 on Sunday. Like I can't keep track of when this stuff is.
Yeah, 3 weeks later. Like, you want to know what's even the worst part? Like, if the Crunch were still playing, I think the AHL playoffs are just in the conference finals right now.
Oh,
they're not even in the finals. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
The best news I have for you is those finals games now start, like, they don't start after 9 anymore, so you can actually maybe get on the air with the news these days.
I think we went on air about 10 minutes late on Wednesday. So,
all right.
Yeah,
that's not bad.
Barring overtimes, it's not awful.
All right, that's in the range of acceptable. All right, man, anything else? Or I think that pretty much covers it here for this weekend.
That wraps up a list of games to cover tomorrow, and best of luck to our local teams. So we'll go from there.
There we go.
Have a good weekend, and
enjoy the weekend.
Enjoy that sausage and peppers without any mustard on it.
I mean, I got legit. They gave me some mustard here, and if you hustle, there's no way I'm going to eat it all that quickly. So if you hustle,
can you walk down the beer? Is that legal right now?
I'm literally the beer tent is to the left of me. It is the next tent over, so I could almost reach out and grab one if I'm sneaky enough with it. But we'll see how we can pull it off. The sun's out now. I could actually use one just for refreshment at this point.
There you go.
Man, have a good weekend. There he is, Mario Sacco, NBA Finals, News Channel 9, of course. With that, we will take a break here in this hour, brought to you by William Mattar. Hurt in a car, call William Mattar, 444-4444. When we come back, we'll get the man who sort of knows and your calls, 315-437-7644. Phone lines open the rest of the way on this Friday at 4 ESPN 44. We are back downtown live as the sun has broken through. A gorgeous evening shaping up at the Summit Federal Credit Union Taste of Syracuse. Back after this is Q Sports Talk and ESPN Radio.
Having Canty and Michelle on.